joined once again by Carl. We also got Show in the house. Now, we're going to do things a little bit differently from here on out. I know we were kind of wild and crazy in the last couple of streams. We ended up going 5 hours plus last week. I mean, it was fantastic, but we can't do that all the time. We can't be sitting here for 5 hours on my ass just talking to you guys. I love you, but I don't think I love y'all that much. So what we're going to do is we're going to break it down and make it a little more professional from now on. We're going to segment our talks. That way we can break it up, put them up as videos later on through the week. So if you're here for the live stream, you're going to get all the chaos, all the extras, all the bonuses. But if you can't make it to the live stream, you will be able to see this throughout the week in different segmented portions. You'll get the full Carl experience here on the live stream. You only get half of Carl when we go on video format. So, Carl, why don't you come in and say hi? Why don't you tell everybody what's going on? How was your week, Carl? How you been?
Fantastic. I've been playing the game that y'all picked out. And I got a few things to say about it. And if Tony wants, I can start it immediately, but we can move on to the other person in today, see how they're doing and all that first. You know,
right.
Pleasantries and all.
Yeah, we'll throw it over to Show. We'll ask him, how's your week been, Show? How's it going? How you been?
Yo, what's good, gentlemen? I'm doing well. Life has been good. Things have been selling. I sell on eBay. And yeah, life is good. Everything's going well. Everything's coming into place. I got people modding my various consoles. I'm about to get ready to relaunch the YouTube. It's time to get things started. I'm trying to build the clout like the rest of you. But all has been well, brother.
Selling like a felon.
Damn right.
As for me, since you guys were so gracious to ask, I've been doing all right myself. We got the,
how have you been doing?
The sub count going up.
I thought we'd get there.
Yeah, we would. Sub count's going up little by little. You know, I got some big names talking to me behind the scenes. We're working on some things. So life is good. Life is grand. We got
to
that,
you or behind your back?
Both, I'm sure. But I got that Shell coming. It's supposed to be here Monday. So next week's stream, Shelly will be on here, full-fledged member of the team. But let's throw it over to Carl. Why don't you tell us what the game was that you got?
All right. I'm going to show y'all what I got here. Give me 1 minute. Here we go. Make sure it's up proper way first, because I always have trouble with this with Nintendo. Here it is. I got Hades.
Ooh. So how was Hades? How's it been going playing the game? Give us
tell us.
Well, let me show you all what's included first, so you know how cool this is. It got a manual.
A manual?
A full-fledged instruction booklet?
Instruction booklet, yeah.
Instruction booklet in 2021.
A teeny-weeny instruction booklet, but still an instruction booklet. So, let me black out my camera just for shits and giggles here. Okay, so, I mean, despite what RGT85 says, it is not a Diablo code. I thought it was at first, to be honest, but, you know, the Nintendo Switch is not my business, so, you know, people are I'm prone to mistakes. But, you know, I mean, it's basically a roguelike top-down hack and slash, kind of like Diablo. Using the same kind of premise.
Let's slow down for 1 second, Carl. I just got to back up. Are you saying that RGT85 was wrong?
Oh, you know.
Are you calling him out on the stream, Carl? Are you trying to start some beef?
I'm calling Puck the Proud Prince of Nose Pickers an idiot.
Damn, okay.
All right. So tell us a little bit more about this roguelike game, Hades. How's the art?
Okay.
You like the art?
Yeah, I like the art style a whole lot. It's kind of looks hand drawn. You know, as far as the graphics go, my only problem is in handheld mode. Everything is too damn small.
That's what she said.
Yes. So, it gets really hard to just track your enemies. So what I basically do is I just charge at them with, throw my spear in whatever direction I think the enemies are at. So I'm using my hearing a lot to just pinpoint them. The sound is pretty cool. The music is what you would expect from a game like this. You being the son of Hades, and you basically tell him to F off, and you're gonna leave the house, and you have to fight through, well, the underworld. And it's pretty rough, especially if you don't have God mode enabled. Which I didn't take a chance on that. I enabled God mode the very moment I started this damn game up.
So you hacked your way from the very beginning.
Yeah, it's I've gotten as far as the first boss, or who I suspect. Yeah, with God. Well, God mode is basically you get initial 20% resistance and damage, and for every time you die, you get that increased by 2%, up to a maximum of 80%.
Oh, all right. See, when I hear God mode in games, I'm thinking like
I know.
Invincible, unlimited.
Yeah, it's and here's the thing. I mean, like, God mode doesn't do diddly squat with your default health of 50. Unless you know what you're doing, you practically need the boost that increases your health by 25, 33, or what have you.
So what you're saying is it's a hard game, huh?
It's a pretty hard game. It kind of reminds me in execution like Dead Cells.
But a little bit more difficult than Dead Cells?
I mean, as you all know, they're completely different games. But, I mean, there's some things that Dead Cells do that kind of... I mean, it's a hard game, but it kind of makes things a little less sucky for you. Like you get health potions at the beginning of every run, for example.
Mm-hmm.
And stuff like that. This, you basically have to find health boosts.
Sounds like a game I will not be playing. That does not sound pleasant at all.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah.
It's all good. You got to get to the end and tell us how it is.
Oh, that'll never happen. I'm not hoping that. I'm not expecting that'll ever happen.
So grand opening, grand closing? It'll happen, bro.
I mean, it does have one really, really cool feature. Cross save.
Cross save?
Yeah. So like if you have the PC version or what have you, you can transfer your save over to, say, the Epic Store version.
Oh, okay, I got you. So it's cross-platform.
Yeah.
Okay.
The option is called cross save, but you get the general point.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I feel that God mode could have done more with it.
Probably could have.
It feels like they're just trying to play around with the idea. And there are no accessibility options at all in this game.
I was going to ask you about that because I know you were complaining about it earlier in the week.
The font is itty bitty, really tiny.
So you're talking about like A-cup titties?
I'm talking about a bit less than A-cup titties.
Damn. I got to get you up with my man, Blind Ryan. Blind Ryan, he does a lot of accessibility things. He talks to developers. He'll probably hook you up. He probably has a mod for that.
I am on the Switch, so that'll never happen. Oh, it says, what is your...
Don't even worry about that, Carl. That's just they're just talking in the chat, having fun. So why don't you give us the out of 10? What are you going to give the game?
I would give it a 7. Actually, let me use my way of scoring here. So I'm going to start at 10,
All right.
And I'm going to knock a point off.
Okay.
Or less than a point, depending on. So the graphic, the in handheld mode, it's smaller than I feel it should be. So we'll knock a point off for that. No accessibility options, including text size being really poor. That's another point. Actually, I want to deduct another point for the text size.
So we're deducting 2 points for the text.
Yeah, one for the text size and another for the lack of accessibility features.
Minus 4 points. So it's at 6 now out of 10.
It's a six. That's a negative 3 points.
Okay,
So 7 so far. Their philosophy, it feels like they could have done more with getting beginners into this game. So that's another point off. I think that's where I want to stop at.
So did you count that up, Show? What are we at right now?
We're at 6 out of 10, brother.
Yeah, 6 out of 10. It got 6 out of 10 from me.
6 out of 10 for Hades, Switch version, Carl. Let's give it up for Show and his mathematical skills.
Yeah, thanks.
Right. That's that show math.
Show the man.
Zito wants to know what's the name of the game, Carl. Why don't you tell him again?
Oh,
he must have missed
Hades. Hades. A lot of people pick lots of different things. And overall, I've been curious about Hades myself, even though I kind of could have waited about a month or two to play it on the Xbox for free, but whatever. I'm thinking that I'll be able to transfer my progress over to the Xbox version, vice versa, and never have to play the Switch version in docked mode.
Yeah, I keep my Switch in dock mode all the time.
I would say, I think that Dead Cells does a better job. There are more options. You can even change what the healing items look like. So, I think I would recommend Dead Cells a little more.
They had that changing the food options in Streets of Rage 4.
Yeah, they did. That game's designed for multiplayer, though.
Speaking of that Streets of Rage 4, are you guys going to get the DLC?
No. I traded my copy, and so I won't. Yeah, that game I don't have anyone to play that game with. And by the time I actually got mine from Limited Run, no one was playing it online.
Damn.
Well, I might get the DLC. I did like the base version of the game, so that was pretty good.
Is there any particular favorite character that you have?
Axel.
Axel, okay, Axel person. I'm playing for that Shiva.
Axel Booty Grease.
I did when I used to play Streets of Rage 3 and 2. I liked it Max.
Okay.
I like
Streets of Nerd Rage.
So you played with Max in Streets of Rage 2?
2 or 3? Which one was he in?
He was in 2.
Yeah, 2. So yeah.
Yeah. So if you check out my channel, that's all I play is Streets of Rage. So I love Streets of Rage 4. Not as much as 2 or 3, but it's pretty legit.
I mean, hey, it's a pretty game.
Yeah, it's a beautiful game. Very well drawn graphics and everything.
I wish there was a way to convert it to. I wish they had like a 16-bit classic mode, like Dragon Quest XI NES does.
Oh, where they just throw like an overlay over it? That would be pretty cool.
I wish they'd have that. Something like that would have been really sweet. I'd have paid more just for that option.
Whoa, Kyle! Don't give these developers any ideas about us paying more.
They're gonna take your money, brother.
Yeah. But we're not paying anything extra. Just give us all.
Unless they give me what I want.
Show.
What's up, brother?
We mentioned your YouTube channel. I know you got a podcast. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that podcast you be on?
Oh, so everybody wants to know about my podcast now.
I would love to hear about your podcast.
So I should probably link it a little bit later. It's called It's All Relative. We talk about everything from paranormal type stuff. We talk about TV shows. We talk about music. We talk about typically everything going on in the world as it goes on. We try to avoid politics. And yeah, it's been pretty fun. We're on like episode 21. Ironically, it was I sent in a message to Pat and Ian on their podcast when they started doing the podcast, and they heard me and they were like, "Oh man, you should have your own podcast." So I turned to my friend and I was like, "Yo, do you want to start a podcast?" And he was like, "Yeah, let's get it." And so that's where that is. That was back in September when we got started. So we're on episode 21. I think I'll just drop the link if anybody wants to take a listen to it. Hold on, give me one quick second. Bam.
Take your time.
I will say I did listen to that last show.
Oh yeah,
it was real good. I mean, it's easy listening. The two guys. What is it? What's your buddy's name?
Josh and Tim, and
Yeah.
I'm Timothy, and that's my partner Josh. He's a good guy.
It is. They play off each other very well. It's very easy listening. You're not going to get angry. You're just going to sit back, enjoy. You know, I really enjoyed that Urban X Explorer stuff that you were talking about.
Oh, you like the Urban X? Okay, it's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Sidekick Max, sometimes we used to watch that stuff on the YouTube. So, you know, it was interesting hearing a little bit about it from someone that does it.
Right. Running away from the cops, checking stuff out, you know, maybe taking something every so often. I mean, they typically don't take anything when they do the urban exploration, but it's more so about checking things out and learning about the history and everything.
I would take everything that wasn't nailed down.
You would take, well, you better not be doing urban X. You would take everything though.
Everything, the doors, the freaking doorknobs. I'd be running out with the stairs and shit.
We could do it. Unbolt everything. We're taking it out the door. Just watch for cops. Make sure there's like no security guards. But at least up here in NY, it's a little bit more difficult to do urban exploration because they got cops on literally everything.
Oh, I bet.
Oh yeah. But yeah, check out the podcast. There's a couple of other things on there that you may like. You know, we did a couple of episodes ago. We did one on COVID. We did one on marijuana. We did one on skydiving. We did another one on disc golf. I don't know if you guys know what disc golf is, but that's pretty fun. And a lot of paranormal stuff. The people like paranormal activities and such.
Yeah, everybody likes ghost stories.
Yeah, ghost stories are the best.
I'm more of a fan of disaster flicks myself.
And
documents.
That may be a good one to do. Like a documentary.
I'll tell you, if you really want to watch something unusual, look up the molasses flood.
The molasses flood.
Oh yeah, like the turn of about some past the turn of the century, they had this giant tank full of molasses explode in New England.
Yeah, the Great Molasses Flood, also known as Boston Molasses Disaster, or the Boston Molassacre. Jesus Christ! Occurred on January 15th,
you hear about the weirdest thing?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to read that one.
Look at Show with his good old Google skills over there.
You got them right.
Yeah.
You got to have the Google foo to do podcasts, bro. Got to be on point.
Yeah.
I hear you. I got like 12 fucking tabs open right now. I'm hoping the computer don't fucking shit itself.
It'll be all right. The computer will be all right.
Yeah, we got Americam. This is a new person. I haven't seen them before, but this is where the cool kids are.